And a good Monday morning, everybody. I'm Ryan O'Donnell. A really bad accident claims the lives of 3 people late last night. Happened here on 91st Avenue. The latest coming up.
And it started as a petty crime but quickly escalated. A suspected shoplifter dragging an officer with his car. We've got the latest on that. And then all under one roof. Quadruplets are now sleeping at home with their dad. It is 7 o'clock on this Monday morning. Good morning, Arizona.
Let's shout, shake your body down to the ground, let's dance. Let's shout, shake your body down to the ground, let's
Wow,
dance.
you're gonna just dance Scott Passmore's Michael Jackson move. I'm impressed, my friend. Not bad for a Kansas farm boy.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic on a Monday morning for a Monday. We hope you are as well. I'm Gina Maravilla.
And I'm Scott Passmore. Let's toss it over to April, who's back with the beautiful forecast. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, it's going to be a warm start to your week, but things are going to kind of go downhill in terms of our temperatures throughout the week. So here's a look at your Monday morning. It's pretty nice out there right now. You probably don't even need a jacket in many areas. 66 degrees this morning in East Mesa, almost 70 in AJ. Gilbert is our cool spot right now in the valley. You're down to 53 degrees as you head out the door there. Check that, 54 degrees in Gilbert, 64 in Tempe, 63 in Chandler, 73 right now in Scottsdale. It's a little breezy out there. That's why we've got such a range of temperatures right now. 57 in Ahwatukee, 66 in downtown Phoenix, 59 in Sun City and Peoria, 63 in Avondale, and 60 degrees if you are headed out the door in Glendale. We're going to be right around 60 by 8 o'clock, 85 by noon. It's going to be a rapid warm-up today and 89 for your afternoon high. We'll take a look at the rest of the week coming up.
All right, three people are dead after their truck flips right into a canal.
Yeah, upside down, and just as you said, 3 people dead. Happened on the west side of town. We want to check in with Ryan O'Donnell. He's live from 91st Avenue and Campbell. Ryan, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Gina. Good morning, Scott. Yeah, it happened here at 91st Avenue. In fact, this is what we have left here. You see some guys there with some suits on. Well, that's because they're cleaning up some things that you probably shouldn't be touching. But a pretty bad accident here late last night that happened. That is about where the truck ended up in the canal where those guys are at. Now, Phoenix Fire is telling us 3 guys, they're all adults, were in the truck. 2 of them were found dead when firefighters showed up. The 3rd was transported in critical condition, but then ended up dying at the nearby hospital. Investigators believe they were going really fast south on 91st Avenue before getting into the accident. And at this point, they're not sure if anybody else was actually involved when this all took place. Now, all 3 of the guys were thrown from the car when it flipped. Now, neighbors have told police that this is kind of a known road for people driving really fast and racing down it. There are no stop signs and stop lines for quite some distance here. Now, police are still working on identifying these guys, but they do say that they believe that they were all in their early 20s. So any kind of updates that we get from this, we'll certainly pass it on to you, one of which is that 91st Avenue is now back open. Guys?
Ryan, thank you so much. And now we want to get you an update on this accident where 2 people were rushed to the hospital after a bad motorcycle crash. And now officers are investigating whether or not alcohol was a factor. Happened on Central near Orangewood. Police say 2 motorcyclists were riding side by side when they crashed into one another. A man in his 20s was thrown from his bike. It burst into flames and he was taken to the hospital in extremely critical condition. The other driver is expected to be okay. An accident that we're following right now. We're going to take you to North Tempe, the 202 Red Mountain Freeway westbound, just past the on-ramp here at Scottsdale Road. You can see DPS has this accident on the right shoulder, not blocking anything, but causing a big curiosity factor as folks roll by. In fact, looking at the east overview, it's the only accident that we are watching right now, but also moving into the rush hour on that I-10 through Ahwatukee and the US 60. From the East Valley, we want to take you to Central Phoenix because Bruce Hafner is over an accident scene on Indian School. Bruce, what are you seeing from your vantage?
Well, let me get a shot here from the Penguin Air News Chopper, Junior, because we're right over 20th Street and 20th Avenue, 20th Avenue and Indian School. You can see the traffic bottom part of our screen here is slow. You are not able to go eastbound on Indian School from I-17 any further than 20th due to a car pedestrian right in the middle of a crosswalk. Let me show you the damage. When we got here to the front of this vehicle, we were going, oh my gosh, how can a pedestrian do that to a vehicle? Well, as it turns out, it appears that a pedestrian pedestrian was riding one of those little vehicle assist, wheelchair style carts. And let me go to live now. It's in pieces all over the intersection there. It appeared that the pedestrian who was hit riding that across was in enough decent condition, I should say, that he was able to talk to the firefighters. You can see to the right side on the sidewalk parts of his little wheelie vehicle there, and then over by the car there's also more parts of that. So this looks like it's going to be closed here for a little while as the Phoenix Police Department does an investigation, and it doesn't look like, yeah, there goes a police officer, Phoenix police officer putting the flares down. So forget about it, Gina. Eastbound Indian School at 20th Avenue due to this car pedestrian. Once again, they're taking him off to the hospital. They're in no rush. Let's hope that's good news for that pedestrian who was hit. It was amazing because that thing's destroyed, and he was able to be talking to the firefighter paramedics from the Phoenix Fire Department. We'll send it back downstairs to you.
All right, Bruce, thank you for that. Police are investigating after this guy carjacked another man here in the valley. James Velasquez says he was just on his way to his mom's house when this whole thing went down. He says the suspect jumped on the hood of his SUV, and that's when he went into action.
I'm driving down the street and the guy jumps in my hood. What are you supposed to do? Hey, I'm trying to lose this guy. I'm spinning my car around and hit the gas, and he stood on. He was on something. I mean, you go through a window like that. I mean, he's a skinny guy.
Well, the man ended up kicking out the windshield. So James says he got out of his car, and that's when the guy hit him. And when officers arrived, the suspect broke the officer's patrol car window before jumping back into the victim's SUV. Police say the suspect then drove into a police cruiser. Look at the damage to that police car. Officers were able to tase and finally arrest him. And it's hard to see, but a Phoenix police officer being dragged by a car through a department store parking lot here. Now officers are trying to find the driver. The officer was trying to stop a potential shoplifter at a Kohl's. The incident quickly escalated after the alleged shoplifter knew he was being accused of stealing. Just minutes before, cameras inside the store showed the young man browsing through a few racks, kneeling down and shoving clothes into his backpack. And when officers arrived, he was sitting in a white four-door Mustang out in the parking lot.
She ordered him to put the car into park and to step out and talk to her so that she can investigate the shoplifting. He initially complied with her orders, placing the car into park. As she leaned in to escort him out the vehicle so she could take him into custody, he immediately put the vehicle back into drive and drove off at a high rate of speed.
Oh boy, police say the suspect was driving a newer white Ford Mustang, no older than a 2011, and there was a decal on the back window, and the car either has black or chrome stripes down the side of it. So if you have any information on the person that was in the video or that car, contact Silent Witness at 480-WITNESS.
3 teenagers had to be rescued when they got lost in the desert after eating mushrooms. This happened on Saturday night just after 7 o'clock. Firefighters got a call about a mountain rescue in the area of 7th Avenue and Carefree Highway. Now, one of the hikers told dispatchers that they had eaten mushrooms and couldn't find their way down. Phoenix fire officials say 2 18-year-old girls and a 19-year-old girl were found about a mile in from Carefree Highway.
Family members say a memorial service has been scheduled for a Scottsdale woman who was found dead in her home. According to police documents, Allison Feldman was found dead back in February. Police say she was naked and had serious head trauma. Police are not saying much about the investigation except that it is an isolated incident. The memorial service will be held on Sunday at Congregation Beth Israel in Scottsdale. And the father of an Arizona aid worker killed overseas traveled to New Mexico to talk about his daughter. Carl Mueller, a member of the Kiwanis in Prescott, spoke at a Kiwanis meeting in New Mexico, and he wanted to thank all the members for their support. He also said he's gotten to know his daughter in a different way since reading her journals after her death. Kayla Mueller died after she was kidnapped by ISIS.
A happy homecoming. All of the quadruplets born to a Valley mom who died just after giving birth are now home. Their father, Carlos Morales, will certainly have his hands full. His wife, Erica, passed away just a few hours after giving birth to the babies. One of them is named in her honor, and right now a GoFundMe account has raised nearly $350,000 to help with the child rearing efforts of all of the babies. Dramatic video, boy, of the rescue efforts to save a toddler left overnight in a wrecked car hanging upside down in a river in Utah.
Let's go, guys! Come on! Let's go, guys. Don't get squished. Come on! Keep pushing.
Well, this video is from the body camera of one of the officers who responded to that call after a fisherman found the car in the river in Spanish Fork, Utah. 3 police officers, 2 firefighters, and the fisherman all jumped into action, trying to save those inside the car.
Anybody hear us? Oh! God, there's a baby. There's a bear, Brian. Brian, get up here, though. You got it? Got it? Here, pass her up, pass her up. Pass her up. Here, right here, right here. Go, 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 go. Come on, baby. She's definitely hypothermic. She's freezing. Throw up in there. Here, go. Let's go. We're almost there. Are you getting a pulse? Couldn't feel any.
Wow. Wow. Just as the ambulance arrives to the hospital 6 minutes after the little girl Lily was pulled from the car, signs of life as Lily starts to vomit.
Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
What a contrast in video here. This is Lily just hours before she was released from the hospital, laughing, playing with her dad. And it's good to see that she's okay. Her mom did not make it out alive after that car wreck there.
All right, at 7:12, let's check the weather conditions outside this morning. Are you going to head out this morning, maybe for a little morning walk? It's pretty nice. We've got winds out of the east at 8 miles an hour, 66 degrees, your current temperature, and just 22% relative humidity. We're headed for a warm, dry day, but we've actually got some rain chances in the forecast. We'll tell you about those coming up next.
All right, the Fed's giving you a second chance to sign up for health care and avoid penalties for next year. We'll let you know about this.
And if you're afraid of heights, look away. A daredevil mountain biker risks his life on Sedona's infamous White Line Trail ride.
And a live shot from Bruce up in Penguin Air on this beautiful Monday morning. We'll have more Good Morning Arizona right after this.